ready as ready gets.
Let's go.
Hey, Luke. You can tell me right here.
Tell me right here.
Here, you can write it.
Hands down.
You can write it right here.
Oh, it's
Can
we go to the lunch?
Tell you what.
Is the lunchroom?
We're almost, we just have a little bit left.
Colin, do you want to help me at the board?
Can we go to the lunchroom?
You want to have first turn at the board?
You can have a turn at the board. On the
Lucky guy.
floor.
Oh, you get to go to the board.
On the floor.
Come on, Colin. Come on up. Colin.
And then we go
Around. This way. This way.
and lunch.
Tommy, let someone sweep on the floor. You can't see it.
Check this out. New thing. We're going to go over our words real quick. These are the words you guys are going to hear in the story. You're left. I'm sorry. You're left. Say, I'm left. All right. Here's our word. Check it out. Reverence. What does reverence mean? Reverence means that you have a love of something. Right? That you feel a very special connection to something. Sorry. Wow. That's reverence of music. Johnny Appleseed had a reverence for all living things. I don't know. This is sowing. Sowing. Sowing means to cultivate, right? Johnny Appleseed cultivated or sowed, right? Is that Johnny? Yeah, it is. He spent his time sowing apple seeds. What's this word, Colin? Wilderness. Okay, wilderness. What is the wilderness? The wilderness is the mountains and the lakes and all the things that live there. All right, great job. Thank you. Dill, do you want to have a turn? I need a really, really tall guy. Help me, Dylan. Yeah, three more words. You can just start. Okay. I was using it more as a block. We're not doing that.
Colin,
We're not. You need to sit. We're not. Okay? Sit or work. Which one? No feet. No feet. Okay, wait a minute. That's your choice. Come on. Let's pull it together.
Don't mess with this today.
Hi. All right, let's start over here, Dell. Orchard. Orchard. Let's pull it down. Orchard. What is an orchard? Did you find that word? Orchard. Oh, you did? Yeah. Found it. Orchard. Orchard. Show them. That's an apple orchard. That's what Johnny spent his time planting. And this is funny. This is mush pot. Mush pot.
That's a funny word.
Because Johnny wore this pot on his head. But it was really, look, one more.
Yeah, one more down.
Jill. Yeah, it's the same. Did you never notice that before? Fallen. All right, what do you do? Help me. Frontier. Frontier is where Johnny lived. He traveled the frontier, which was made up of prairies and Indians and settlers. So we're going to get into our story. And Dylan, why don't you start us off with the story?
All right. We can start from the beginning, though.
Maybe don't sit back in this chair.
Here we go.
Colin, come sit down right now.
Come on. I'm coming.
All righty, let me get with you, Dill. I think you're ahead of me a little bit. All right. So look for your words if you can. Got your 6 vocab words. Those are the words we just went over. And see if you can find them in the story.
Johnny Appleseed, written by James Howard Kessler.
And a little more volume? It's off. Oh, all right. Okay, should just turn on. There's that mush pot. See the mush pot? And it looks looks like he's standing in an orchard. Okay.
Johnny Appleseed, written by James Howard Hunter, illustrated.
No. One more time, Gil.
Johnny Appleseed,
There we go.
written by James Howard Hunter, illustrated. Johnny Appleseed, written by James Howard Hunter, illustrated by Stan Olsen. Here was a sight to beat all. A man in the prime of life rambling barefoot down the wilderness road, dressed in raggedy pantaloons sewn out of 2 meal sacks.
Is it Twin Turner? Did you do that page already?
A shirt so tattered and scrappish that its owner had a proud choice of holes to stick his arms through, and the crowning glory, a hat in the exact likeness of a tin mushpot, somewhat dented, but snugly fitted, with the handle turned to one side, as if it were the very latest and smartest of fashions. Now, this odd duck's name was Jonathan Chapman, but along the Ohio, frontier folks called him Johnny Appleseed. The year was 1811. The place was a wilderness highway the pioneers called Zane's Trace in the center of Ohio.
There's the, which one? Which one is this? There's the, one of your words. Orchard. I heard it.
As he marched along, Johnny whistled a tune. Sometimes a quick and merry one like Yankee Doodle, and other times it was haunting, lonesome, like a church hymn. Now on this particular day, Johnny was rambling from Guernsey County to a spot on the banks on the Muskingum River to inspect an orchard of northern spy apples that he had planted 6 years earlier. You see, Johnny had took upon himself the job of sowing apple trees in remote places all over the frontier.
Look at him, cultivating apple trees. Planting the trees and helping them grow.
In fact, more than a job, it was his joy, his duty, his very reason for living. His young apple orchards were like a great welcome mat that he flung over Ohio for the settlers arriving and those yet to come. And he always remembered where he planted each and every one, like a father who knows where to look for each of his children.
Maybe another one? Oh, look how beautiful it is out there. The birds are flying. Turn the page.
This fine September afternoon,
This fine September afternoon, the forest-clad hills were just beginning to blaze in fall's scarlet and coppery hues.
Johnny marched
along the trace.
Okay, let's have Colin start up after
which was
this.
no more than a rutted wagon trail, until he came upon a family of rattlesnakes sunning themselves on a stretch of flat rocks.
Who's that?
Scary rats.
Who's that?
Hello there, brother and
What is
sister
that?
snakes. Doffed his mushpot. The rattles wagged their rattles, as though they were pleased to see him.
Johnny loves everything.
Now, an ordinary frontiersman would have lowered his rifle and plugged up scaly varmints. But Johnny was not ordinary. He carried no rifle or gun. He had a reverence for all life, be it as low and ugly as a soba or as fair as a child. To him, every walking, flying, swimming, creeping thing had the divine spark of life in it. He would not harm it.
That's supposed to be. Is that sound for this page?
Yeah.
That's why Johnny
Tell
was
Dad we like
forced
his
to here to find himself a boss.
embellishments.